The spring of 1852 in San Francisco was marked as the season when the city marshal faced romance, death, and marriage, respectively, and in the order named. All because the depredations of one of the most notorious outlaws in the history of California, Shafter Poe, a bandit who killed at the slightest excuse.
Marshal Wayne, commercial bank's just been robbed. All their cash.
Anybody hurt?
The teller, killed.
Identify the killer?
The witness says it was Shafter Poe.
Sounds like Poe. You go ahead, I'll be right along.
Why do crimes always have to happen just when I'm winning?
Probably heading for Monterey. He has a hideout there.
Well, you're not going mad. Monterey's out of your jurisdiction.
The murder was committed in my jurisdiction.
Well, I'm going with you. I have friends there.
You stay here and mind the store. And no dealing from the middle.
You know you're the only one I cheat.
The Californians.
California, I've come to live where life is best. In the Golden West, I'm gonna strike it rich in California. California.
Howdy, folks. Marshal Wayne, San Francisco. Any strangers around here recently?
You be the first.
Maybe Shafter Poe wouldn't be a stranger to you. He has friends around here.
I ain't one of them.
Found his horse back there. Broken leg. He didn't have the decency to even shoot him, so I had to do it.
I tell you, I ain't seen Shafter Poe nor nobody else.
His trail leads here. Strange. You living way out here and not even having one horse in your corral. Did you sell one recently? To Shafter Poe, for instance?
I ain't got no horses. The bank took all our livestock for a loan. Besides, what makes you think Shafter Poe would buy a horse when he could steal it?
He depends on people like you. He pays for what he gets. Do you mind emptying your pockets out?
This ain't legal.
$100 bill. Issued by the commercial bank. That's the one that was robbed.
Asa didn't steal that. He sold our horse. We was hungry, Marshal.
Which way did Shafter ride?
North.
Thank you, ma'am.
I gotta have that money. He didn't kill me.
He could have and he didn't. And he had a right. He's a lawman.
Which bank took the rest of your livestock?
The commercial bank.
And this is their money. Well, I don't think they'd mind lending it to you for a while if I sang the note.
Now, what kind of a lawman is he?
Of stopping my horse, sir.
Mine's lame. I'm going to saddle up yours.
Why, you do no such thing.
I'm in the habit of doing anything I want, little lady. You ever hear Shafter Poe?
No, and I'm not pleased at making your acquaintance.
I'm sorry I ain't pleasing to you, little lady. Maybe that's because you don't know me very well.
And I don't want to.
I'm in a kind of hurry, but maybe I got time to teach you a little manners.
Oh, no! No!
Hurt?
Go away, leave me alone.
Come on out of there.
Leave me alone, I'll scream, I'll scream.
Now, get hold of yourself.
Oh, I thought it was that man.
Oh.
Shafter Poe. He stole my horse. Who are you?
Marshal Wayne, San Francisco.
Well, my name's Madge Dorset. My uncle owns the Dorset Ranch north of here. If you'd take me to him, he'll pay you well.
Pleasure of your company would be pay enough for me. The man I'm after is a killer, and he might kill again. I just don't have the time, man.
If you aren't going to take me to my uncle, what are you going to do with me?
Take you someplace where you can get word to him.
Well, how'll we travel?
On my horse. He'll carry double.
For a Westerner, you aren't very smart, Marshal. All you have to do is hitch your horse to my buggy, and we can ride in comfort.
Shafter Poe isn't apt to stick to the road too long. When he heads across country, I want to be able to follow him.
And take me with you after a murder?
Well, maybe we'll find some place you can stay before anything happens.
Well, I still don't see why we can't use the buckboard just for a little while.
Miss Dorset, your comfort is important, but not nearly so important as the next man Shafter Poe might kill. Are you coming with me?
Well, it's better than staying here.
All right.
Don't you dare put your hands on me.
The only way I know how to get a woman on a horse. All right, suppose you climb aboard by yourself.
Well, I'll do just that. Oh! Now, don't you dare laugh at me. Well, aren't you going to help me up?
Trying to figure out how without touching you.
Will you please help me up?
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Oh!
Hang on.
I'll fall off.
What if you put your arms around me?
I'll do no such thing.
Suit yourself.
Oh, you're hateful.
Yes, ma'am. Rough going back there?
No. Yes.
I suppose you get off and stretch your legs.
All right. Oh. What are we going to do?
Find a place to spend the night.
Oh, there's an inn near here.
Not for miles. We'll have to camp out.
Us together? Alone?
To make you feel any better, we can sleep on separate mountains.
What was that?
Mountain lion. A small one.
Now, don't you dare leave me here alone. It's cold. I'm hungry. I never knew wild game could taste so good. How could you see to shoot it in the dark?
Its eyes gave it away.
Your eyes give you away, too. You know that outside of Shafter Poe, you're the only man who's ever been rude to me in all my life?
Was I rude?
Well, let's say forceful. But it's comforting for a woman to meet a man who knows his own mind.
How long have you been in California, Miss Dorset?
I came from Boston a month ago.
That's long enough for you to learn it isn't safe for a woman to wander around a country like this alone.
My uncle warned me about that. Oh, that Poe man, he's such a beast. I never knew you could almost die from fright. But then you came along, and I'm not afraid anymore. I've never been so safe and secure in all my life. You know, I've lived what you might call a sheltered life, even at my uncle's ranch. Then this morning I was thrown on a horse like a sack of potatoes, spent the rest of the day with my arms around a man I'd never seen before. And the funny thing about it is that I loved every minute of it. Matt, are my eyes giving me away?
They're lovely eyes. Go back in there. You got a son. right, but he's wounded. Got away while I was reloading.
Oh, what does it matter? Let him go.
Might kill somebody else.
But he might kill you.
That's the risk I'll have to take.
Oh, Matt, I don't want you to ever take a risk again. I don't want us ever to be parted. Good morning.
Good morning.
Have I been sleeping this way long?
About 2 or 3 hours.
Oh, what a wonderful way to wake up. Yesterday I was so bored I couldn't stand it. And today I wake up with my head in the lap of the man I love. Didn't you want me to say that I loved you? Don't you believe that it could happen in just a few hours?
I guess it could.
You do feel the same way, don't you? Well, you kissed me. Oh, Matt, you do love me, don't you?
Enough to make me forget for a while that I came here to kill a man or be killed by him.
Oh, why do you have to kill him?
Because he won't allow himself to be taken alive.
Then why take the risk of getting yourself killed?
That's my job.
You know, I've been thinking about that. Why would a man like you want a marshal's job anyway?
Murderers and thieves were taking over San Francisco, and the Citizens Committee asked me to help fight them.
Well, they'll have to get somebody else for the job for a while, at least. I refuse to spend my honeymoon chasing Shafter Poe over the mountains.
Honeymoon?
Well, I don't know how it is out here, but where I come from, when a man and woman fall in love, the next thing they do is get married.
Suppose it's the same all over.
Oh, my folks will be shocked to hear about it. But when they learn the circumstances, they'll insist.
Guess they might at that.
Oh, Matt, I can't wait to show you off to my friends in Boston.
Boston?
Well, that's where we're going on our honeymoon. Matt, I have a confession to make to you. The moment you put me on that horse, I knew even then that I never wanted you to let me go again.
The law on my trail.
No, he didn't.
If you hadn't, Wayne had gone straight to my place in Monterey. Wouldn't have taken that side road. Take care of you for that later. Right now, get me a doctor. I've been shot. If you ever want to hear her talk again, get going.
I'll go.
And don't tell the doc who sent for you. Otherwise, he won't come. Tell him your old lady's sick. Cross me this time, Asa. Your lady's gonna be awful sick.
It's been a wonderful day, Matt. Did you ever see the sky so blue?
He's doubling back on his trail, heading south.
Who?
Shafter Poe.
Can't you get him off your mind for a minute? Must I always share your thoughts with that horrid man?
Oh, howdy, Marshal.
Oh, how are you, Dr. Martin? Where are you heading?
Ace's wife is sick.
My old lady's got the misery, something awful.
Matt, this is the horse Shafter Poe stole from me.
Where'd you get it, Asa?
It strayed onto my property.
Last night I wounded Shafter Poe. Is that why you went and got the doctor?
Shafter killed my son. Are you taking me to him, Asa?
No, I ain't. I swear it.
I think I'll go along and make sure.
No, Marshal. You can't. Shafter is at my place. He says he'll kill my old lady if I cross him again.
Again?
He knows we put you onto his trail.
Don't you realize he'll kill you no matter what you do? Doctor, would Shafter Poe recognize you by sight?
No, why?
I want you to change clothes with me.
Why don't you wait here until I can go back to town and get some help?
Yes, for heaven's sakes, Matt. Why do you have to do it all by yourself?
Any further delay, Poe will get suspicious. First thing he'll do is kill the woman.
Yes, but he might kill you, too.
Yeah, he might. Can I have your glasses, Doctor? Thanks. Madge, do I look like a doctor?
See, you've been thinking, old lady. Got it figured out?
I got it figured out that after the doc fixes you, you're gonna kill me and Asa.
You hit it right on the nose. I might even have to kill the doc.
The doc's needed. If you kill him, you'll be killing all the people he could save.
Let him die. Somebody's gonna kill me one of these days. Probably some pasty-faced kid lying on his belly in the bushes hoping for the reward.
And in all the wide world, there won't be anybody to have one good word for you.
But they'll remember me, old lady. For a long, long time, they'll remember me.
You wait here. I'll go on alone.
I'd like to help, but I don't know how to handle a gun.
Yeah, I ain't so good at it myself, but I'm sure enough gonna try.
Let me have that pistol. It'll help me more than anything you can do.
Oh, Matt, please don't.
This will give you something to talk about if we ever get to Boston.
It's the last time you'll have in the marshal's job. I'll see to that.
Looks like the doc came alone. Means your old man's in town, stirring up trouble for me. Welcome, Marshal. Pull up a chair and sit a while. That was close, Marshal. Now, here's one for you. Got the pistol, Marshal?
They're hanging badges on some awful dumb people these days. Did you know any better than to use up all 6 of your bullets? Me? I'm thrifty. I saved one. Just for you.
Everything's all fixed, Marshal. They're sending out a rig from the livery stable first thing tomorrow.
That's good.
What's the matter, Matt? You sound actually sorry you killed that man.
I am. I'm sorry I had to kill him.
But he was going to kill you.
Doggone this bad man since Marietta. You'll be famous, Marshal.
For killing. There's no glory in that.
Matt? Matt, if you really love me, you'll never take chances like this again.
Darling.
Wilma, will you do me a favor?
Why, of course. But not while you're standing in the doorway. Come on in.
Well, I've got a friend with me. You see, there wasn't a room to be had in a decent hotel in town, and I was wondering if...
Of course, I'll put him up. I have plenty of room.
Come on in, Madge. Wilma, Mrs. Fansler, meet Miss Dorset. Madge.
Now, how do you do?
Hello.
Miss Dorset, and, well, Madge and I, we...
What Matt is trying to say is that I'm his fiancée. We're planning to be married.
I had a hunch something horrible was going to happen to you on this trip. And instead, you bring back this lovely young lady.
The girl was here. Waited all afternoon. Miss Dorset. Said she's going to be your missus. She said she'd be back in an hour, or you could find her at the El Dorado.
Well, look, tell her I've gone to Sacramento, Monterey. You know, any place. Tell her I've gone out of town on business.
We've been in San Francisco a week. My uncle's in town to meet him, and I've hardly seen Matt. Where is he now?
Well, I understand he's leading a raid on a nest of river pirates.
Oh, couldn't that have waited?
You don't raid river pirates by appointment.
Oh, Matt's been acting so strangely. He doesn't even want to discuss the wedding. Mrs. Fansler.
Please, call me Wilma.
Wilma, I'm worried about Matt. I'm worried about us.
I know, my dear. You're wondering if it's love or the circumstance of being thrown together.
Well, in a way.
And you're wondering if the man who seems so irresistible in tall timber will wear well at a Boston tea table.
I was wondering if he'd like my friends.
You're also wondering if you can get Matt to resign as marshal and take a job in your father's business.
Well, naturally.
Well, if you can get Matt within 100 miles of Boston, I'll be the most surprised gal west of the Rockies.
His job seems more important to him than me.
Well, he's not in love with his job. But he considers it's his duty. He's kind of dedicated to it. And a dedicated man doesn't make an ideal husband. He has split loyalties.
Well, no husband of mine is going to have split loyalties. If I don't come... Matt, where have you been? We're not married yet, and already you're going away without kissing me goodbye or telling me where you're going or when you're coming back.
Excuse me, but I just remembered something I forgot.
Oh,
in my
no,
office.
Matt, wait a minute, please.
Wilma, I can't find Madge anywhere.
Oh, she left you this note. I can't imagine what it says.
Dearest Matt, although I'm awfully fond of you, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I think it's best that we part.
Shock must be terrible for you, my dear.
Oh, it is. Indeed, it is. I don't suppose you could have had anything to do with her sudden change in plans now, could you?
Well, I suppose you didn't have that possibility in mind when you brought her here, did you?
Of course not. Thanks.
California. Oh, I've traveled here, I've traveled there. I guess I've been most everywhere. But I like where I am today, and here is where I'll stay. Now, one thing I just can't endure is being broke and being poor. So I come west to take the cure, and here is where I'll stay. I've come to California, California. There's gold in them there hills in California. I've come to live where life is best, in the golden west. I'm gonna strike it rich in California, California, California. There's gold in them there hills in California.